So here's a little update in my garden area or in Oregon. So this is my the progress on my spaghetti squash. I've got quite a few blooms, and I had to put some of this netting over it so that the deer can't get to it. You'll find out what happened today. One little shit got on my deck in just a few hours that I was napping. This is my, well, these are the daisies. They're looking a little sad. They need planted something fierce. Anyway, this is one of the peppers. There's 3 of them in there, if you can see them. Yeah, those are, those should be sweet peppers. The little stick is over here. They're called lunchbox orange, so they'll be orange eventually. And then these are a red bell pepper, and they're a sweet. And I think there's 2 of them. So there's one starting right there, I think, and one here that's going crazy. Then I've got this, it's called a martini cucumber. And you can see there's a bloom that's starting. That one got killed by a deer. And these are the strawberries. They got cleaned out a little bit, but this is their first year, so they'll get established. Here's some of my herbs, some parsley, some spearmint. They're not supposed to get eaten by the deer, but the young ones, they like to come and try it. These are chives. Those are really easy to grow, and you just come out and take a little snip for your baked potato, and it's fresh. And this is oregano. So you make a spaghetti, come out, snip some, and you got some fresh oregano. Here is a golden zucchini, and there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like 10 or 11 blooms in there. I had to put the netting over that, and we'll leave the saddest one for the end. I was pretty upset. It was like a full-on lettuce bed, and I was going to come out and glean some. I'm so mad. This is some garden sage, spearmint. This is supposed to keep the bugs away. English thyme, and some more garden sage, oregano, and some other, I can't remember, rosemary, I think it is. So this is one of the peppers that had got hit a few weeks ago, and it's got new leaves on it already. So it's got promise that it'll send out blooms. This is some flowers. That was flowers that got munched. So it got covered by the black netting. The deer aren't supposed to like the netting, so they don't like it against their face. And that's the Japanese maples. And there's some flowers. This got, I think I'm dealing with deer and birds for whatever reason. There's plenty of shit out here to eat, and they decide to eat this stuff because it's different. It's supposed to be exotic. Yeah. This is another lavender that actually sent out a bloom. It's just a baby. And then my dog got into some seed while I was in the hospital, And so my friend who likes to plant, she put them in there in this, and it's already growing. And this is a flower that came out of this pot that I thought was dead. I kept watering it, and ta-da, there's going to be another one too. So that was a nice little surprise. This is something that's going to grow too. It's a perennial, so we'll see. We'll see. It might be something like this, but the leaves, the greenery is a little different. And then this is something that's perennial as well. I don't know what it is. I think it's supposed to be one of these, but I don't know. But this is supposed to be not lavender, lilac. And if I had it out there, it would have gotten killed. So I've been leaving it in a pot. Can't remember the name of this one, but they don't like it too well, because I think the seeds or the little blooms are poisonous. And this is a cow lily. It had blooms on it, but it's gone. And then the ornamental grass they leave alone. And this finally came up. So those should go in the ground. I have a yard guy that's probably going to come out and help me put these in the ground. And we're going to put them close to the house. And then this was one of the other lavenders, and it had bloomed. You guys missed it. The ones back there, they're too small to bloom this year. They may bloom next year, I don't know, but they're a perennial. And that got attacked. I don't know if you can see it. That was one of my Japanese maples that was in full bloom, had full leaves, everything, and it got picked. Picked. It won't be dead, but it kind of pissed me off. They came in through that hole over there. See, there's a hole along by that chair, and they got in there. So I need a little fence around the deck, I guess. I guess I could put in a baby fence or chicken wire fence. So there's the begonia on steroids. I don't know why it's so big, but that's the one that it's bulbs. And then this is a different version, and it's doing good. Hasn't bloomed yet. And here's another one of my fuchsias, and it's like twice the size, at least. And then this one's still alive. So this, I bought a new cluster of the lemon cucumber, because I really like those. They were tasty, and they're covered in that netting, otherwise they would get attacked. But being that the netting got lifted up today by a deer, I'm thinking I may have to fortify this one and toss in another layer over the netting, because I can water over the netting. So these are pretty exciting. I'm sure that they're salivating over these. So this is a zucchini, and there's quite a few blooms in there. And in fact, I think there's a couple baby zucchinis that are starting. And then these are cherry tomatoes that are coming on. They're not ready to pick yet, but there will be. And you can see that I have daisies, which is cool. And the deer don't eat those, so they probably just walk, hopefully they walk past this, not interested. I'd like to get a couple more of these. Like I could get some PVC pipe and chicken wire and make some of those. Or maybe I could get a guy to make me some, engineer me some. But anyway, this zucchini's doing great. And it's in a good part of the sun or sunny area of the property, so it gets sun at least 8 hours a day. And then here's another zucchini with lots of blooms on it. The secret is to keep it watered and fertilized. And I fertilized them when I transplanted them. And then here's I watered this tomato plant this morning, and you can see the soil is already dry. And there's lots of tomatoes in there. This is the bigger tomatoes. Let's see here if I can get a better view. You can see that they're getting bigger. And I don't want to lift this screen up because it's kind of rickety. But anyway, it's doing well. And then in that pot right there is another, it's a, I don't know if it's a zucchini or a cucumber, but it's busting through this chicken wire. So I gotta redirect it a little bit, otherwise it'll get eaten anyway. So push it back through and see if I can get it to just go this way, because it's got little blossoms on it, so I don't want it to get taken by the deer. I guess I could always put more, like just another netting over the top of this until next year. So that's the nursery of zucchini and some tomato. Now we'll get over to the saddest part of my garden that I'm upset about this afternoon. Here's my lavender that's coming on. It's starting to bloom. Oh, I didn't really show you the other lavender that's doing well. Oh, there's a net hole. I need to get some netting on this. I need to just wrap it around. I guess I didn't get enough big enough piece, because they'll get in there and just eat that. This lavender's coming on. So some of the front stuff it's coming on now. It's really cool. Along with daisies. The deer won't eat this. And then here's some that'll be purple in a few days. And these, I don't think these get purple. They have, well, they do a little bit. But they're smaller. It's a different kind, like an English kind, but it's pretty established in that pot. It's been in there a few years, and it has a nice smell. And I got mowed finally. Everything's mowed down. My lily was in bloom. It's kind of done. And then I have a lily blooming back here, and I've got one that's about to bloom. They all kind of bloom at different times. That's lamb's ear back there with that purple flower. And I think that one bloomed already, because I see kind of the ending of it. So let's go up here and see the saddest part of things, the devastation. So this, I bought this, and it's another type of pepper, and I need to get it transplanted. There's like 3 peppers on it. And then down here's a different kind of cucumber that I need to put in a bigger pot. You guys saw this one, it's doing better. And then this black netting was pushed back, and this was doing really well, and it got eaten. And it's a type of zucchini. And they didn't touch this one, thank goodness. And it's got blooms on it. I can't remember let's see what this is. This is a variety of summer zucchini. So, it was getting, ooh, there's some snails in here. Let's get rid of those because they will eat things. They'll munch on the leaves. And then this got, I had bought it and it got attacked. And it's another type of pepper. Or maybe it's a, yeah, it's called a pepper golden, gosh, I can't read it. Golden bell, I think. So it's a type of yellow bell pepper. So look at this. This was all full of lettuce. The whole damn thing was full of lettuce. They left the nubs, but this will take a month to grow back, if at all. God, I was pissed about it. Ugh. But they couldn't get to this one. You can see it's pushed in. And these are ones that I bought and I haven't planted yet in some soil like that. Little shits. And then looks like they tried to push this back. This is a crooked neck squash that I had bought, and it got pushed forward, but they didn't get to the blooms, so that's good. But it needs to get transplanted into something a little deeper. And then this is lettuce and spinach. Maybe they don't like spinach so well because I didn't try to get to it. Let me pull back here a little bit. So it was in a different container than this one, and these were in the middle, but my deck narrows. But I've got this gate, it's a dog gate that was gifted to me, and I think what I'm going to do is put it across these steps. It's going to be inconvenient, but it will stop anything from getting up on the deck for the meantime. So it doesn't bother they don't bother my little garden up here, because I like the lettuce. I was sick and I didn't get to this lettuce, but it was doing great. I mean, it was up like that, and I was gonna come out and pick some of it, and the little shits got to it. This is a basil. It's a nice tall basil. And yes, lettuce is cheap, I know. But it's the satisfaction of growing it yourself and then coming out and picking it. It's just, there's some satisfaction in it. Like, yeah, I grew this. Oh, looks like they kind of nitpicked at my succulent just to try it out. So that means it was a young deer that was adventurous. So yeah, they didn't get to the good stuff over there, but they came up on my deck, which is like 1, 2, and then a little walk over, and then they got into that, and then they saw this, and they're like, oh, how can I get in there? And they stuck their nose in and pulled it back. They got attacked. So I guess I'll put another layer of netting on top, a bigger, longer one, and I'll put a gate. And this baby gate is quite long, so it'll go around, it'll go here and around the corner at least, and that'll cover this part, which is mostly gardens. So, and it's close to my door too. And I was taking like an, I don't know, 2-3 hour nap, and the little shits got to it. So, but at least they didn't get to my squash over there. They didn't get to the strawberries. They didn't get to that one cucumber or my peppers. They started to nibble on the peppers. I understand that rats do like to eat green leaves and stuff, and I've got rat stations all throughout the house, you know, outside, because I live out in the sticks. And here is a perennial that came back. There was other flowers in here, and those weren't perennials, but this happened to be a perennial that came back. And then there's another fuchsia, the tomato that died. I just haven't taken it down yet. Anyway, that's the garden update in Oregon. On a sad note, I'm sad. If it comes back, I'll show you my lettuce progress. All right, that's it. Goodbye for now. Happy gardening.